Hey, yo, what up, what up, what up? This is not a podcast. It's just my thoughts for Markman. You know what it is. The Sony Cam is back. The DSLR is back. Just in time. No more iPhone. I got my battery situation sorted out. I did a live stream earlier. Shout out to everybody who came on the live stream. Got demonetized because I played music on it. We knew that was a risk. But it's cool. I like this better because I get to collect my thoughts just a little bit and go. But Kendrick Lamar just dropped some new music tonight on his IG. There's no name. There's no credits, just a picture of some worn out black Air Force Ones. Y'all know the Black Forces. That's the 730 sneaker. That's the serial killer sneaker. That's the person who just don't give a fuck, who's ready to crash out and do anything. And it's funny because, I was just texting the homies right before this record dropped in my group chat. There's a clip featuring Zaire Franklin and Joe Budden talking about how Kendrick can't be considered a top MC because he doesn't drop enough. That was the debate in the clip. And I dropped that in the group chat, and right after, like a minute later, the Kendrick joint dropped, and that hit the group chat. And it was like, yo, is he like listening? Is he hearing the chatter? And obviously he hears the chatter. We're gonna go through some of these lyrics. The song is not a diss song to Drake per se. I know a lot of people are saying that or asking that, not at least directly. It's more of a commentary on hip hop culture, but even past music, street culture, black culture, our culture all over. And it's about destroying and rebuilding. To me, that's my read on it. It's destroying and rebuilding. And it's an action record. It's not talking about or theorizing how we get to a better place. It's about action, and we're going to talk about it. One quick thing, because I'm getting like information as it comes. It looks like, and the song, we don't know the name yet. The working title, or in theory, the title is Watch the Party Die. Some people are saying it's called Black Forces. And I think producers on this is Enka Trio and Pasquet. I'm not sure, but these are two names that I'm saying, Enka Trio and Pasquet. We'll see if that holds up. But we're gonna go through some of these lyrics. Remember, I said months ago, when this battle started, that Kendrick is gonna be on some villain shit. That it just feels like his villain era. The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. And I said that even before this. I think this falls in line. This has very much to do, obviously figuratively, but literally just killing shit off and not giving a fuck, like making the hard decision to kill this shit off. Opening line, I think it's time to watch the party die. This shit done got too wicked to apologize. It's different, getting whacked and disqualified. We even kill the killers because they like taking innocent lives. Burn the whole village. We start over. It's really that time. Like when I say this is an action record, right? It's just not theorizing how do we get to a better place. It's like, nah, this is how we do it. Burn the whole village and start over. Destroy and then rebuild comes later. I think that's what Kendrick's on. Let's keep going down. Why reason with these if they can't see the future first? Why argue with these clowns if the circus is well at work? Like, it's not about debating. We get on these podcasts, we get on our shows, we get on our YouTubes, we get on our Twitter, we get in the comment sections, the IG, and we debate. And to me, he's kind of saying, why argue with these clowns if the circus is well at work? It seems like he's saying, yo, it's not about debating. It's not about changing minds anymore. Which side are you on? Are you with this or are you against this? That's kind of my read with it. Why reason with them if they can't see the future first? Like, it's not even worth the conversation anymore. So then he goes, just walk that man down. That'll do everyone a solid. It's love, but tough love sometimes gotta result in violence, villainy, action by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like a Malcolm X vibe, but I'll be on my hip hop nerd, comic book. It's like a Thanos vibe. Like, was Thanos the villain for real when he did the snap and disappeared half the earth? Like, some people kind of sympathize with that. Or even a better example is Killmonger in Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan's character. Like, was he wrong? Like it, the villainy or the making the hard choice because you believe for the betterment of the people. Now, I think those are the Marvel examples are extreme examples. I think I think Malcolm X is probably a more realistic approach, but more so it's just Kendrick being Kendrick and saying, hey, are we willing to do what we got to do? Is love, but tough love sometimes got to result in violence. If you parade in gluttony without giving truth to the youth, the graveyard is company. Just tell us what casket to choose. They party more than the bitches. Tell me, what are you working for? They glorifying scamming. You get chipped over this credit card. Gluttony, right? Like Kendrick always talks about his faith. He's not I wouldn't say he's a religious rapper, but very much faith based. Since the beginning of his career, his faith has always been important and always been present in his music. So even just the word gluttony, you know what I'm saying, is more of a biblical word, one of the 7 deadly sins. If you parade in gluttony without giving truth to the youth, the graveyard is company. Wordplay, crazy. And this is not a heavy record where it's like crazy entendres and stuff you gotta think about. This is more straightforward. I don't hear anger in this record either. I had some people said they heard anger. I hear disappointment. I hear not even frustration. There's a clarity also that I think there's a disappointment, but a clarity on what needs to be done to get us to a better place. And a little bit of wordplay, right? Like it's not devoid of wordplay, but as far as Kendrick records go, this is pretty straightforward. Like there's not a whole lot of guessing on what he means. And I think that's a choice. That's like, hey, I don't want to riddle you. I don't want you to have to listen to this 10 times to kind of get the message. What I'm saying, my message is very serious. I want everybody to hear. I want to be very clear on what I'm saying. That's what I get. But still, you get wordplay, right? Like they glorify scamming. You get chipped over this credit card. Like Chip, you get killed over a credit card. The chip on the credit card. Like a little bit of wordplay there. Influencers talk down because I'm not with the basic shit. But they don't hate me. They hate the man that I represent. Influencers, podcasts, people who buy blue checks, who tweet things for engagement. Look, I'm a Kendrick fan, but even just trying to remain unbiased, like dude has given us some of the most prolific work in hip hop, in music. Each album has a purpose. Each album has intent. Each album has messaging. He doesn't drop every year. It's every couple of years. And there's people who talk down. Influencers talk down because I'm not with the basic shit. Like whether you are a Kendrick fan or not, you have to give him his credit for the intent and the attempt and the intention to elevate this music, right? To elevate this culture, to try to give something worth thinking about, to try to give some jewels for your life. Like he definitely does represent that. And to talk down on that, because I'm not with the basic shit, but they don't hate me. They hate the man that I represent, The type of man that I never dick ride because I want to favor the man that resides in patience. So where the soldiers at, the ones that's lost it all and learn from that. It ain't a loss, it's a lesson. A thirst for life, head inside a book because he's concerned with that. Information that'll change his life because he yearns for that. Dedication, finding out what's right because he can earn from that. I mean, where the soldiers at. So again, what side are you on, right? Like he kind of talked down on the influences, even the killers, even kill the killers because they taking innocent lives. Like he's telling you who's on that other side, right? But then when he says, where's the soldiers at? It's like a call out for the ones that lost it all and learn from that. You know what I'm saying? The ones who took losses and learn from their losses, and it's a lesson. A thirst for life, the ones who have thirst for life, ones whose heads inside a book because he's concerned with that information that'll change his life because he yearns for that information. Dedication, finding out what's right because he can earn from that. He's talking about people of a stronger moral fiber. So which side are you on, right? So that's the roll call, where the soldier's at, and he starts listing the attributes, right? I feel for the women that deal with the clown and nerd shit. Can't blame them. Today they ain't really got much to work with. How many bitches harder than a lot of you niggas would trade all of y'all for Nip? I can't be proud of you. Rest in peace to Nipsey. Self-explanatory. And we got to get this chorus section where, and again, I said Kendrick's faith has always been important to him. So God, give me life. Dear God, give me peace. Dear God, please keep these lames away from me. Dear God, keep me shining. The fuck do they really think? Pocket watching. You must be the police. God, bless these words. Dear God, bless how I think. Dear God, draw the line. They trying to confuse them with me. Draw the line. What side are you on? Dear God, draw the line. They trying to confuse them with me. Not like us. It's this or it's that. And again, I don't think this is a Drake record, but I think a lot of how we perceive Drake could be attributed to that other side that Kendrick is talking about. So, but I don't think this is a Drake. I think this is bigger than Drake. This is now culture. Okay, like pick a side. What side are you on? What do you really want to stand for? So, dear God, please forgive me. You knowing how hard I tried. I think it's time for me to watch the party die. The party, the carrying on, the not worrying about tomorrow, the not worrying about our future. I think it's a dope record, man. Verse 2, I think it's time to watch the party die. Street niggas and corporate guys, the rappers that report the lies. I need their families mortified. We could do life without them. Get their bodies organized. So streets and the corporate guys, the labels, the people in the streets, the rappers, just anybody could get it, right? Who's taking away and hoarding and keeping for themselves and not giving back and not adding on? And nobody's exempt. It's the dichotomy, the street and the corporate guys. Like we see it all around us, right? Tell me if you oblige. No more pillow talking, jump starting neighborhood wars, dirty macking bitches because your spirit's insecure. The flashiness with nasty decisions, using money as a backbone. I want his head cracked before he's back home. This part resonated with me. The radio personality pushing propaganda for salary. First of all, the alliteration, the PPP. Radio personality pushing propaganda for salary. Not to compare Kendrick to Pac again, but I just love that last verse on Tupac, Me Against the World, where he's using the P's and it's just all the alliteration. So this is just like a small little taste, right? But the radio personality pushing propaganda for salary. Let me know when they turn up as a casualty. I want agony, assault, and battery. I work in the media. I'm not on radio per se, but adjacent to that, right? In front of a camera, speaking to you, spewing my opinions, my expertise. And there are a lot of people in this field pushing propaganda for salary. How do we get paid? The more clicks that we get, right? The more visibility we can get. We can bring in a sponsor. We can get more money the more we go viral. How do a lot of these guys and women go viral? Oh, I say the most outrageous things. The truth don't even got to be the truth. I just got to say something that I know is going to go viral. Even when I know it ain't true, I build up my audience, get more money for views, bring in sponsors, this and that. So what do you value? The radio personality pushing propaganda for salary. I felt that. I've seen it. I'm in that circle. We know what goes on, all right? He says, I see a new earth filled with beautiful people making humanity work. Let's kill the followers that follow up on popping mollies from the obvious degenerates that's failing to acknowledge the hope that we trying to spread. If I'm not as woke, then you need to bring his fucking head or film that shit in high res. Again, the action part of it. There's a real villainous part of it. This is not heal the world. This is not like, imagine all the people, John Lennon, living in peace. This is like action. This is destroy and rebuild. We get to the chorus again. On verse 3, I thought it was interesting. He shouts out Lecrae. Lecrae is a faith-based rapper. He shouts out D1. D1 is a faith-based rapper. D1, shout out to Lecrae and D1. I've interviewed both of those guys years ago. I hope they're doing well. Both good guys. D1 recently challenged Rick Ross and Meek Mill and Jim Jones and, about the content of their music and what it does for the youth and community. And he's been doing that for years. But he recently went viral for that. And, I think Kendrick is paying attention. He saw that, like, what is this music doing to the youth? Yo, can we spread a better message? And so D1 and Ross got into it. Him and Jones got into it a little bit. But, so Kendrick said, sometimes I wonder what Lecrae would do. Fuck it up or show him what the prayer would do. I want to be empathetic, my heart like D1, but I will. And then there's a blank, there's a silence. And I wonder if there's a lyric there. Knowing Kendrick, there probably is. But the silence says the most. It's actually more impactful than the silence because it's like literally, but I will do unspeakable things. It kind of goes back to the song. Was it XXX off of Dan? Forgive me if it wasn't XXX. But when dude is like, yo, Kendrick, my son just got shot today. Like, can you give me some advice? And Kendrick is like, I don't know what to tell you. If somebody killed my family and somebody getting killed, I chip him off and throw the blow in his lap. Like, I'm not the kumbaya guy. I'm not the peace guy that you think I am. I will do unspeakable things. So this has been a persistent message in his music. So I think the silence here actually says the most. Like what I will do is so bad. I want to be empathetic, my heart like D1, but I will. And I think the silence says the most. It's time to get these devils out the way. Heavy metals on my sword. We settle hard disputes today. The ghetto Hollywood divorce. Say hello to your future fate. The culture bred with carnivores. You let them snack. They eat your face. The signatures being forged. They wonder why I'm not enthused to drop. The more visible you get, the more your spiritual is tried. That's in response to those who say that Kendrick don't drop enough. They wonder why I'm not enthused to drop. The more visible you get, the more your spiritual is tried. He drops his album. He go back home. We don't hear from him. We don't see him on TMZ. We don't see him on the Shade Room. Like he doesn't want to be in the spotlight. Kind of goes back to the Drake thing. Only you want to be famous. Again, it's him drawing that line, but telling us who he is. It's cynical to say I know these artists petrified. The end result in jail by Jezebel or drugged up full of lies. These artists are petrified. Like, a lot of people are scared to say what he's saying. A lot of times it's easier for artists and people in the industry, media people all over, to just kind of go with the status quo and to challenge it, right? So it's cynical to say I know these artists petrified. The end result in jail by Jezebel or drugged up and full of lies. Critical. I know my physical is tested all the time. I'm pitiful. Sunk in place soon as I'm questioning my pride. I'm seeing ghosts blacking out, relapsing one thought at a time. I spend no feelings that ain't mine. I'm in my feelings when I slide. I mean, I don't wonder what Lecrae do. Terrence Martin said I'm mentally with layers. It's true. Shout out to Terrence Martin. That's my guy. Like, amazing musician. Obviously, frequent collaborator with Kendrick. I flood the market with my best regards. I paid your dues. And so it's up. If you ain't one of ours, it's bad news. My nigga Jay Estrada said I got to burn it down to build it up. Destroy and rebuild. The confirmation real as fuck. If it ain't too many as real as us. Locking into what I trust. Looking outside. The kids live tomorrow because today the party just died. This is a statement record. This is dope to me. I'm interested in what's coming next. I don't know when the album is coming. I had made a video. I had said before that I think the perfect time to drop the album is in February because the Grammys on February 2nd. The Super Bowl is on February 9th. Kendrick's doing the halftime show. It's perfect to drop the album right there. But do we get it sooner? I don't know. I don't know what this means yet, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to follow it. So like, subscribe, comment. I want to hear from y'all. Y'all know I be in these comments with y'all. Let's talk about it. New Kendrick Lamar. We don't even know the name, man. Might know the producers, but we talking about it, man. So hit me up. I'm here. We got a lot to discuss. Peace.